Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is Chrissy T. I'm back with a review on Baddies East episode 11. Like, comment, subscribe, okay? So the girls are all on social media. They trying to save face because they know on this episode they look ridiculous. Okay, you got Sukihana issuing a public apology to Smiley. You have Sapphire going on live every single day with new excuses. And then you have Rolly who pretends to be unbothered, but her comments are off. So if you unbothered like you say you are, turn them comments back on. Don't go running, hiding now. And if you ever in your life wear those thong shorts on national TV again, girl, I'm unsubscribing from Zeus. My eyes damn near fell out when I saw that flat pancake booty hanging outside them teeny weeny shorts. And you know better than wear that shit on TV. And I'm not on no fat shaming. That is just not appropriate for your body type. And I get it. You want to show off your BBL. That's fine. But that ain't it. That ain't it. And I also want you to realize that Natalie was laughing at you. What you may have heard her say is, okay, girl, I see you with your thong shorts on. But honey, what she was really saying is, I know damn well she ain't wearing these thong shorts. And I'm sure she was thinking what everybody was thinking when they saw it. You look ridiculous. And then you had your top cropped in a knot, no, with your shorts open. Girl. So the scene starts with Smiley getting popped in the back of her head, thrown to the ground, choked out, kicked, stomped by Mariah Lynn. Yeah, she got her ass whooped. So they trying to snatch the chain from her, and she is holding on to that chain with dear life, honey. So Sapphire had to, get her in the headlock and then tackle her down to the ground to finally get the chain out of her hand. So Sapphire finally gets the chain off of Smiley. Okay, now we'll later find out that the chain they have doesn't even belong to Mariah. Okay, Suki and Sapphire, they're running around here celebrating like they just won a WWE championship. Natalie taking pictures of them as they put the chain around Mariah's neck. So Smiley took a fake chain but got a real ass whooping. Not only that, the chain that they took from her was real and it wasn't Mariah's chain. So yes, I guess it's safe to say that Smiley was robbed on national TV. And then you have Mariahlynn in her confessionals popping her mouth as if she's the one that took the chain from Smiley. You got some assistance from two girls who had nothing to do with the situation. You should have been got your chain. The fact that you let this girl walk around with your chain for weeks is ridiculous. Not only that, the girl was wearing it. And then here she is talking about, I'm the big Mariah, not the little one. It took all three of y'all to get that chain from Smiley. But when Smiley took the chain from Mariah, it was just her. So no, we're not going to give you points for that, Mariah. That was weak of you to let this girl walk around with your chain on in the same house under the same roof. And had Suki and Sapphire not been in the house, Smiley would still have your chain till this day. And Smiley, I'm not going to let you off the hook because you pretended to be about that life until the opportunity came to be about that life. And you wasn't. So when it came down for you to embrace that lifestyle you portrayed, you didn't stand on business. You cried. Not only that, when Sapphire challenged you to the one-on-one fade, you declined. And at one point, you insinuated that you wanted to leave and go home. You and Mariah are equally weak, okay? I do feel bad that you were jumped, especially after having a miscarriage. But when Sapphire called you out, you were reluctant, okay? But you finally gave in from the pressure you received from the cast. And Sapphire said something that was very profound, and it was proven to be true. Had Mariah or her sister called you out on the one-on-one fade, you would have did that hands down. And at the end of the show, when you seen Strawberry, which is Mariah Lynn's sister, all of a sudden you came about that life because you seen someone smaller than you. But you don't want to smoke with Sapphire. And two things can be true at the same time. Smiley did get jumped. Smiley is also a bully. And the girls who jumped her was a bully. And some people are saying that Smiley was more hurt by being jumped than the miscarriage. I don't have a comment on that. Okay, but I did want to share what the internet streets are saying. And that is what's being said. What do y'all think? And I do applaud Camila for being the only one to check in on Smiley, but at the same time holding her accountable. Because you can't be on the internet popping your gums and then not stand on business. So Smiley is saying to Camilla that she was soaked in blood from her miscarriage. She was crying. The camera crew was all in her face. She said she was tired and she didn't have the energy to fight. She said all she wanted to do is go in her room. So Camila told her, you can't be going around doing gangster stuff in one instance, and then the next instance you want to act like Mother Teresa. Then she had the nerve to ask Camila to go and get her chain, child. And Camila said, no, you go and get your own chain, girl. What? I had to rewind the video because I'm like, I know damn well she did not just ask Camila to go and get her chain. No, you go woman up and you get your own chain. Well, you did take Mariah Lynn's chain. So, I mean, an eye for an eye. You had no right to be jumped, but yeah, they should have took that chain. Well, Mariah Lynn should have took the chain. And Smiley, you should have given that girl her chain back. And yes, I kind of think you're a bully too, because you took the chain and then to add insult to injury, you insulted her even further by continuously wearing the chain in front of her, in her presence. You were pretty much mentally tormenting her because you knew you were bigger than her and she wasn't going to pop off and get her chain back. Because if she could have, she would have. So after the beat down, the ladies are headed to Club Noto. Everybody changed and freshened up except Rolly. Rolly kept on those shorts, well, those panties, because it wasn't shorts. She kept that on after she was smoking reefer. The smell is all over those clothes, and then you wore it out while everyone else freshened up and changed their clothes. She must have thought she ate in that outfit, which is why she didn't change it. She was really feeling herself. But the only people that can actually dress is Mariah Lynn and Sky. The rest of them, it's a no for me. And with Natalie and Scotty, it's like a hit or miss. Taseki, girl, no. So Suki and Sapphire, they're still standing by how they don't respect bullies. But what y'all did was pretty much bully Smiley. So yes, the bully was getting bullied. I guess they're showing selective outrage because y'all have yet to address the bullies who came for tea. Okay? So Smiley had claimed she had intentions on doing a special dinner and returning Mariah Lynn chain and pendant. So Rolly told her that it wasn't genuine. Okay? Because if she wanted to give it back, she would have done so off camera. And I agree. I agree with Rolly. So in the words of Krishan Rock, you were definitely trying to clout chase or clickbait. You would have given the chain back if it was genuine. Off camera, I'm in total agreement with Rolly. So the ladies are on the bus headed to New York. And Natalie and her girls, they're on a private jet. And everyone notices that Smiley is not being herself. Okay? And Camila said to her, why are you not being yourself? You're normally bubbly. And now since you got into that fight, you let them pretty much change your personality. They were pretty much trying to encourage her and Anna Mac. And she was like, bro, I just got jumped. So should someone had stood in for Smiley, like people stood in for Mariah Lynn? And did y'all notice the look on Taseki's face when the fight was going down? The look on her face was like disgusting. She was shaking her head. And Natalie in her confessionals looking like Mrs. Santa Claus with a red dress on. So Natalie and her girls, they finally make it to New York. And she's asking the other ladies how they feel about inviting some of the other girls to the house. So everyone was pretty much saying they wanted to invite Sky and Camilla. And Suki said she wanted to invite Biggie, trying to be funny. Sapphire is wondering how the hell is the house separated, but yet they fighting. And this is because of Natalie. She's the mastermind behind this. She likes to be entertained. So she's going to make sure there's a fight every episode. And notice when her and Scotty fight, security didn't work as hard as they did when Taseki was trying to get at her. And Natalie, you weak and you're a clown just like the rest of them. So Natalie again tries to orchestrate another fight by inviting the other girls from the other house under the guise that they're going to talk things out. Then had the audacity to say bringing them in another state could possibly leave the drama behind. Girl, when has that ever worked? And it's like no one is picking up that Natalie is the mastermind and the orchestrator behind these fights. So apparently Smiley was going around online saying she was jumped, which she was. Mariah Lynn punched her in the back of the head as Sapphire choked and slammed her. And then Mariah Lynn kicked her while she was down. That is what you called jumping. Because none of them can really fight, no real damage was done to Smiley except a scratch on her face. So the girls from the other house arrive at Natalie's and she said they're going to go outside and have a talk. So Natalie, being fake, talking about she hopes all the drama can simmer down and come to an end. Girl, please, you're the initiator and the instigator. So Suki and Sapphire, they address Smiley about going on the internet saying she was jumped. And Sapphire said, I feel disrespected and I want to fight you. But Smiley said, I'm not going to fight you. She didn't want to. She didn't want the smoke because she was scared. So Natalie told Smiley to either fight or just go home because she's tired of this. Girl, you ain't tired of nothing. You're entertained by this. Because when Taseki was trying to get at you, you were playing Ring Around the Roses. Security wouldn't let that girl get next to you at all. And you stayed behind that counter in the kitchen. So Smiley ended up apologizing to Suki about getting her involved in her little beef with Mariahlynn by texting her phone. And Suki accepted her apology and they moved on. But Sapphire decided she still wants the one-on-one fade with Smiley. But again, Smiley didn't want the smoke. She agreed to fight Sapphire in exchange for her chain back. Child, I can't. Girl, if you want your chain back, go get it. Why are you bargaining? What kind of I can't. Yeah, I don't think Smiley should be on the show. This is what happens when you bring a fan on. And I don't think Mariahlynn should be on the show. Send both of them home. So, honey, Smiley finally agrees to go ahead and do this one-on-one fade. Sapphire squares up like she was really about to do something, honey, and she did nothing. She could barely handle Smiley. That was so embarrassing. You ran up and did nothing. You couldn't even handle the girl. You bear hugged her. Now, you was able to handle her the first time because you got her off guard. But when y'all went for the one-on-one fade, you didn't do nothing. You couldn't handle her. So Sapphire knew she barely had the upper hand and she wants to go for another round. Sounds like Scotty. Scotty was determined to get a win under her belt. She wanted to go round for round for round. So next week, I guess she's going to try the run up again and maybe have more of an upper hand because she was struggling with this one. And just like I called it last week, it's Biggie's turn. Now Biggie's about to get bullied and punked.